What is the best way for someone to sit down with you and explain the rules to you?
Oh my gosh. I think they need to buy me dinner first. No, I'm joking.
Let's go to the likes and we'll add Luke to the channel.
No.
Hey guys, Rising Duelist Jay here, and I have the fabulous, beautiful Luke here with us. You have like a nickname for that?
Yes, NavySpheal.
NavySpheal. All right, you know what? Okay. All right, I can dig it. All right, so what we're gonna be talking about, how to help people or things that you should avoid when your friends are coming back into Yu-Gi-Oh after being out for a long time. This is something that Luke has to deal with every couple of years because he's constantly leaving and coming back all the time, right?
Yes.
And something that personally I always have an issue with here is I am horrible when my friends are getting back into it because my first mindset.
Because you're so excited.
Oh yeah, but my first mindset is always like, let's go to tournaments together, and I try to make people prepared for tournaments, which is an okay thing. But if people don't want that, they don't want that.
No,
but
honestly, tournaments scare me the most about the Yu-Gi-Oh community.
Why though?
It's the human beings. Like, I hate saying like, yeah, activate this trap card. No, that you can't do that. Like, and then like, I feel like an idiot if I mess up in front of a human being.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, for future references, like for tournaments that we go to, like they're pretty chill. They're pretty chill.
Not taking a judgment call on y'all. Yeah.
But what's one of the pet peeve?
Okay, or it's not communicated clearly about my commitment levels. I think, what did they call that? A DTR. In relationships.
DTR? Oh,
determining the relationship. Yeah. So when I do a horrible job communicating my DTR, because honestly I feel like such a clout chaser, you know, like because Ben will tell me, hey, use this in your deck, and I'm like, okay. But then at the end of the day, like it's so one-sided because I'm not actually interacting with my friend. I'm just listening to what he's doing, and I'm not actually imbuing my own personality with it.
When you're coming back, do you take competitive advice, or do you prefer like, this is kind of like my friend, my personal style? Okay, real talk. So for those who play Smash Bros. Melee, I play Jigglypuff because I don't have the technical skill to play Fox or Falco or even Captain Falco. So what I do is I play the character that could offer some kind of competitive scene, but it doesn't hurt my hands. So the same thing, just how I view Yu-Gi-Oh, right? You don't want to hurt your hands.
I honestly don't want to hurt my hands, but on top of that, like, I don't want to hurt my pocket either, you know? So I want to be able to invest enough to offer some value to play against Ben or Roman or whatever, but I don't want to be a scrub.
What is the best way for someone to sit down with you and explain the rules to you?
So I think a good way is, I hate to use this analogy, but honestly, gateway drug people into it again. You know, what's the first love what's the reason why it came in the beginning, you know? So the cool thing is Ben knows me enough. He says like, hey, this really cool Lightsworn card came out. You know, let's talk about that. And then like Jay, he also knows like humor, right? I'm sure you guys already saw this. But you gotta check this out, right? Is that the meme?
Check this out.
I'm such a scrub.
So find something that they're interested in, focus on that, and kind of branch out from there.
And branch out from there. I know what helped Ben get me back in is when he said, hey, check out this card. And they're like, man, that's really cool. Like, I wish I had this 4 years ago.
Or I think a really good example was like a favorite card that got banned a while back, and now it's back.
Yes.
Charge of Light Brigade is at 3.
Oh my goodness, that's a big deal. I love Charge. I love Charge of Light Brigade. Also, it's a great reference to that great poem.
What's the poem?
Charge of Light Brigade. All right. Also knowing what people fell in love with first, right? So like some people fell in love with the anime. Yeah. So I really want to make, when I was a kid, a Gear Golem deck. Or a Moki deck, you know? But I never really had an opportunity to do that. So if you want to just have fun with your friends, like if you know like their level of commitment, like yeah, I just want to have a fun like Moki showdown.
I think Konami knows that a lot because they come out with a lot of support of the older stuff. Like just recently, the Ancient Gear Golem.
Yes.
The Relinquish, Thousand Eyes Restrict.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Like I when you guys they have a Facebook group and I ghost it like a creep, you know. And I saw them talking about the Relinquish thing. I got really excited.
Now finally, what is the one thing that when you're trying to get back into the game and then you decide not to? What is that? What makes you decide not to?
Okay, this sounds really dumb. I'm going to be really honest. I said this in the beginning, so it wraps it well together. I just honestly don't want to look like a scrub, you know? Because there's been times where I got back in and like getting OTK'd is fine, but then like I wasn't able to offer anything of value. Like the same reason why I play Jigglypuff Melee, right?
Yeah.
Is because I felt like I could at least offer a little bit of a challenge where they're actually using some of their mental synapse. But when I play Yu-Gi-Oh, I just know that the skill level is so high. It's kind of like me playing against a Genji main in Overwatch.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I can't compete with this. But I think for me, if I come in with a level of humility and even editing my deck just to be a little competitive, I think that's something that could really entice me again.
Not only that, would also be like there's obviously like the super expensive, really good meta decks.
Yes.
Instead of people playing with you with that, do you think people should have their own personal friendly competitive deck?
I think that's a good. I never thought of it that way, but I think that's a brilliant way to look at it. Because I think if you're playing sorry, I keep going back to Smash Bros. Because that's what I know. Like a lot of people, like they play Smash Bros. They'll play easier against a new player. But I think a good way to do it is what they do is they have handicaps, right? So they'll add like 50%. So when they're playing against someone who is really skilled, they'll add percentage from the get-go, right? So kind of thinking about like a roundabout handicap where the player isn't handicapping their skill, just the cards they have. You know, so like it might be fun is if they swapped decks. You know?
Yeah, that might be a good idea
fun,
too. Yeah. So in that same regard, when it comes down to switching decks, this is something that I don't think anyone in the friend group has ever played this deck before against me. But there's this new deck that's right now it's one of the meta decks. It's called the Magician FTK. It's that you don't even get a turn, and I burn you for over 8,000 damage.
Jeez.
I don't play any of them with that deck because it's not fun. Because it's like if they don't have any response. Well, first of all, if they're not running any hand traps, which is like also the bit more expensive cards. Then I'm gonna win regardless.
Yes.
So it's not that fun. That's why I don't play that deck with any one of my friends. I mean, do you want to play with like an FTK deck?
Well, the only reason why I play it is to pretend I know what I'm doing.
So instead of that, how about we get your Lightsworns? You love your Lightsworns.
Yes, I love my Lightsworns.
Against like say Chillfish's Ancient Gear deck, which is honestly
yes.
It's not the super most competitive deck, but it's a fun little deck, and that way instead of being super high skill based things, you can just have fun.
No, that's true. Because I know some of the nifty things is that a lot of the extra deck cards, they kind of transition per deck as well. Yeah. So there's still a level of skill, like there's a boss battle that the player could do. So I would say like people in tournaments, like friendlies, like they should experiment with that. But of course, with the kiddos, like say like you're totally wrecking them. I haven't been in a tournament, you know, and I haven't experienced that. But honestly, that kind of stuff scares me because I know I just can't offer anything that'd be fun for myself or the other person.
Yeah.
You know?
Saying that for future references, if you're in a tournament and you're playing against a little kid who's just trying to get into the game. Or someone who's going back in. Don't OTK or FTK them. Like have fun. That's one like big things that'll scare a lot of people out. You know.
Oh yeah. Also, I'm not sure if you experience it, but do you get annoyed at like know-it-alls?
Not necessarily. I like it when people, especially in the comment section, if I like miss a ruling or something, like specifically in the Layer of Darkness video, I said a ruling wrong, and I'm glad that people corrected me on that. I like that. Is when people are dicks about it. And that's the same thing IRL as well. Okay. When people are just really dicks about it, like why are you playing this game if you don't know how to play? IRL, if people are like that, that's just horrible for the game, horrible for the community, and horrible for people coming back in as well. Now, saying that, if you had one bit of advice, like let's just say, are you trying to get back into the game?
After seeing you guys get really excited, it really entices me.
Okay, if you had one bit of advice for future you, so like a week from now, when you're not gonna get back into the game, what would it be?
I do know that I have a great community of like, at least I know that I have a bunch of buddies who are willing to teach me my ways to get in there. Maybe there's a YouTube channel that could give me the up and coming information. But really, at the end of the day, I do know that if anything, I could always talk to my friends about it, and it's I hate saying safe place because I think it has a weird connotation, but it's a good spot for me to really experiment. Yeah. You know, so like the fact that he showed me this new Lightsworn card, and you guys talking about that new Lightsworn card that's coming out, I think that's really exciting because these are the things that really got me excited from the get-go is kind of this new experience with other people, and we're kind of taking that journey together. Even if I'm lagging behind, like I can still be a part of that fellowship and have some relative fun with it. Even if it's just me watching. I think we have our friend Jed Woods, you know? Yeah. He doesn't play any video games, but he loves watching people play video games. Yeah. At the least, people could just enjoy that.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Luke. By the way, he's a handsome one. Just comment. How'd you do? Just comment below. Jay handsome thumbs up or whatever. I don't know how you guys do this.
Hashtag Jay's Bay.
Jay's Bay.
Like and subscribe, guys. Later, guys.
All right, peace.